Guys, welcome back to the Match Out Podcast with yours truly, Paul Ciotto, Frank Ciotto, Christopher Shea, Peter Oberk, Match Out Podcast. You know what we're about. Do it. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. YouTube, we need you. Give us the support. Continue it. Thank you. And begin.
That's all I'm getting? Chris Shea? I don't even know who that guy is. Where's Baby Shea? Where's Blue Eyes? Where's the Red Man? Where's the Red Hole? Hello? If you don't address me properly, how are they going to know who I am?
I think at this point they do. I just figured I'd confuse everyone a little bit this week.
Oh, I know you're confused. So, I'm half confused because I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Great things are going on here. It was a good weekend, Mr. Shea.
Why? Is that because it's St. Francis Day? Why was it such a good weekend?
Well, it's hunting season, sir.
So, that would make sense. For
lighten
our
shit
viewers
up,
out
dude.
there.
And Frankie got a little lucky. Frankie had a nice buck.
Girl?
No, well, something like better than a girl. Nice buck walk right across. And I got me some venison.
Okay, depending on what perspective you're looking at it, I guess a good buck would be good too.
Hey, meat in the freezer is the trophy that I want.
Yeah, but it depends on how you prepare that stuff. So tell me what happened.
What? Nothing. Went hunting on Sunday. It was first hunt of the season, bow season. Went out with my cousin.
When did it open?
October 1st in New York.
Oh shoot! Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
NY, baby.
NY, baby. In Connecticut, it's in the beginning of September. But anyway, so yeah, it was in the field, and like 2 hours after we settled in, this buck starts walking in.
Now, where are you hanging out? Are you on the floor? Are you like
I'm
up
on
in
the
a
floor.
tree stand?
So paint the scene. I'm
Yeah,
up against a wood line, and I'm leaning. And I'm sitting in a chair, and I'm leaning up against the tree. And I have like a branch that's kind of hanging over me, that's kind of blocking.
A little cover and concealment.
Right, but not too much because I still want to be able to shoot my arrow. And deer started to come across his path.
Deer, as in plural.
Multiple, yeah.
Wow. Now, did you scope this out beforehand, or was this something that
you
just got lucky?
I was sitting. Well, I mean, I'm in the right spot at the right time. So luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Ooh.
Where are you, on private property, or what, like, town you in? Like, where are you?
I'm in Campbell Hall. Yeah, I'm hunting on my cousin's father-in-law's property
Where's Campbell Hall?
in New York.
Upstate.
How far?
To New Yorkers who live in Manhattan, it's upstate.
How many hours from here?
People who live in upstate, it's lower New York.
How far from here?
Hour and 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not that bad. Okay.
No, not even.
That's a worthwhile drive
Milford,
to
the
kill
Milford's
shit.
like an
You
hour
cross
and
the
20
Hudson or
minutes.
no?
Huh?
You cross the Hudson or no?
I go over the Beacon, yeah.
So it's on the other side.
I go over the Beacon, and then I go to by the airport, by Stewart.
Got it.
He's over there, but there's a ton of deer. And then my cousin lives in Middletown, and there's a ton of deer up there as well. But yeah, he cut across and kind of.
Now, here's the question: How many do you have to wait for? Because obviously you're waiting for the best one, right?
Well, it depends on the hunter. I mean, I was looking for a buck. There was a bunch of does, but it was just him, and I kind of waited to see if anything else came through. And the rut season's starting soon, so I bet that was probably like his harem of females, because I didn't see another male deer.
Right.
And they kept walking, but he sat there looking at me for like 15 minutes.
Eyeballing.
Yeah, walking back and forth, tasting the air, looking like at first.
Tasting the air.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you
they'll-
something right quick, not to interrupt you. You're lucky Johnny Carlo wasn't there. 'Cause if I fucking
Oh, he
knew
would've
I
punched.
him,
He'd have punched out.
he would have jumped out.
What the fuck you looking at?
Who do you think you're looking at?
What the fuck you looking
Because
at?
I've seen it. We saw it happen.
Yes, we did.
I've heard.
So,
I've heard.
Continue.
But yeah, he was tasting the air, trying to figure out what I was, because he saw me, but he didn't know what I was. Like
Now,
normally,
you had that mask on, and he still saw you.
I had one that was like dead tree and leaves and stuff, and I had a jacket that matched.
So you look like a 300-pound pile of leaves against a tree.
Yeah. Yeah, but he was just like, he's like, at
That would
first,
scare the fuck out of me too.
At
Hell
first
fucking
he's-
yeah. A movable 300-pound thing of trees or leaves? Hell yeah.
I just sat there, wouldn't move. He was trying so hard to get me to move.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll do, like, so the grass was really high, and what he'll do is, because like a cat will stalk when the animal puts its head down.
Right.
So they'll mock and then look back up.
They'll put their head down to see if you'll do it.
Right. So like they'll pretend they're gonna go down, but they pop up real quick. Because normally they go down, their head's down for a while, then they pop back
So
up.
you could actually get into position and stuff like that.
So
yeah.
the way that I was actually able to get the shot off was, one time he turned away, and as he turned away, he went to go drop it, and he snapped back real quick, and I froze. And he's looking at me, and then he started like leaning back and licking his like shoulders, and that's when I drew, and then he came back looking at me.
You popped him.
And then he stood there staring.
Now,
at me.
how long are you holding? Because I would think that my hand
No.
would be like, oh my God, this thing's getting freaking
That's
heavy.
a compound bow. My bow draws back 70. It's 70 pounds of pull, but because the cams, that's why you use a compound bow. The cams offsets that pressure.
So it's not
once
that
I
bad.
get past that point,
It's
draw,
no
draw,
longer
draw, draw,
hard.
and then it's just right here. And
ready
I
to
can
go.
sit here all day,
Wow.
all day, and then I just pull the trigger back.
You actually pull the trigger.
Yeah. So what happens is I have the rope. The
got a
rope has
clip
like a
in
little
it.
hole
Yeah.
on it. My clip goes in and clamps. I have my finger like this, and I draw back, and when I'm ready, I just pop it. And it
That's badass.
lets it go and loose.
And that's real hunting. Don't get me wrong. For all you gun hunters out there, that's cool and it's fun to blow shit up and shoot things. But bow hunting, that's real hunting.
You get close. You get real close.
That's real hunting, man.
You get real close, and it was cool. I mean, I was just glad because last year I had the rifle shot that I actually took. The deer didn't go down right away, and I had to finish it myself, and it was a little rough. But this one, 90 seconds, and it was done.
So you say you had to finish it yourself. What is that? I mean, you just go up and you plop it in the head, or what do you do? You slit its neck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's up close and personal.
Yeah, and it's rough, but
Why not just shoot it again?
because I don't want to damage the meat. You gotta understand, dude.
No, that makes sense. You're
But not only
hunting
that-
to eat. You're hunting.
But
I
not only
respect
that, the animal's already down, right? So I could use another bullet, but if I use another bullet, that bullet could ricochet, that bullet could bounce
that.
around
Of
the
course,
body.
100%.
I don't want it to suffer, but
But you're spooking shit for other hunters out there.
all,
Yeah.
you know, there's a bunch of stuff that goes into it. So plus when I took that shot, it was on private property. The deer ran and was actually by the train line, and I didn't want
So you can't shoot there anyway.
I look, at the end of the day, if there was a game warden there and he was just like, look, just finish it real quick, fine, but I didn't want to take a chance. So I just knee down.
Those game wardens don't play games.
They
man.
don't
take
take
Hell
shit.
no, dude.
They're federal officers.
Dude,
so
we got pulled over once driving back there. Remember that?
they don't need any.
They don't fool around, man.
And
They
they don't
Fawn
need
stock.
anything.
Fawn stock. We got pulled over by the game.
They'll
warden.
take you,
Cop
man.
needs the warrant. They don't. So if I find you doing
They need
anything
reason to
shady,
believe, that's
I
it.
can be a jerk. Your car, anything that I think that has to do with it, your clothes, your car, anything that's on you that I deem part of whatever you were doing that was illegal, it's now mine.
Game warden does not play.
They don't fuck around. That's why, like, when you hear me talk about it, I'm passionate about it, but I'm very serious.
By the
about
rules.
it.
No, you got to be by the rules.
It's not a fucking.
I'm gonna make some fun just because I like to do that shit.
Well, I just got really frustrated because like I'm not a person who likes to like post the dead animal pics or whatever, but like it was my first buck. It's also my first deer from bow, so like my cousin was super proud of me.
This year.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, last year I didn't get one with the bow.
Oh, okay.
Last year I hit a buck in the shoulder, and then I couldn't find him, and I was a mess over it. And I went through a lot of trials and tribulations last year. So this year to do it and get clean and it happened smooth, it was a good.
And you said it was a clean kill. It killed
90
died
seconds.
90 seconds.
90
That's the
seconds
last
or
of the
less.
Mohicans, son. They blessed the thing. Thank you to the earth.
Yeah, did you like
and the
lick
sun
it?
Yeah.
and all that stuff.
You guys take a bite out of the heart?
No, I don't take a bite out of the heart, but I cook the heart. It's delicious.
Ah.
Delicious. What I usually do is I take the caul fat that's fat surrounding the stomach, I pull that off, I wrap it around the heart, and then I cook it. That way the fat bastes the heart while it's
Oh.
cooking.
How do you cook it? Put it in
Open
oven?
fire.
Oh, fire?
Open fire, yeah.
Why you gotta be a big shot, open fire? Why don't you just say I cook it in the fucking stove?
Because I'm a fucking man's man.
So you build a little fire to cook it?
Yeah. We brought it back to my cousin's house. My cousin got a fire pit. We started a fire. I put it over a spit.
So you immediately ate the heart. That's the first thing you did.
Yeah.
You get the power that way, son.
That's the power of that deer and all the deers that it's taken. All the souls that that buck has taken is now residing within me.
How many souls has that blood taken?
I don't know.
Thought they eat grass. What souls are they taking? What the hell kind of soul is a?
Well, you know what was a bummer, man? Is like some friends of mine were like so upset. Like I had one friend who was like,
Yeah,
"Why?"
fucking liberals,
And I'm
that's
like,
why.
"Yeah," but he was like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Look, you
Could-
eat meat. Your family eats meat." I'm like, the difference is I found that animal, I took that animal, I killed that animal, I
Harvested.
cleaned that animal,
Yeah.
everything, and I know where that animal went, how everything was processed. Like your family eats meat, your kids eat meat. Do you know how that meat got there? What happened to that meat? Nothing. Like, yeah, granted, I don't know what that deer did throughout its lifestyle, but I mean, it's upper New York. Like that animal is not roaming through toxic waste or
The
whatever.
greater issue of it too is that they breed like rabbits. There's way too many of them everywhere.
And then they end up staying-
even here in suburbia. The bears are out of control now too. Guess what? You need hunting.
Well,
You do.
so
Absolutely need
So
hunting.
I've said this. In Connecticut is actually they're going to open up a bear season in a
They have
specific
to,
part
man.
of Connecticut because someone was actually just
Bear
mauled.
ends up on my property. He's getting lit up like a Christmas
Yeah.
tree. Period.
A
I
hiker
got
was-
dogs and shit. They're
was
not killing
just
my
mauled.
dogs.
Hell yeah, exactly.
And well, that's the thing. People don't get like, look, you want to play like I love nature and etc. Cool. Sell your house and go live in the woods the way you're supposed to live off the land. If you're not doing that, shut the fuck up because the biggest encroachment to animals is habitat loss. You have a house, you encroach on their habitat. Now we have to manage those populations. If we don't, The deer populations will get out of control.
But not only that, then they really suffer.
Well,
That's when they're starving, they're running into cars.
I've said this before.
Yeah.
The North American model is the best model. It's mathematics. How many deer?
Is that the Earth is flat model? What
No,
one is that?
no. It's how
That's the
many.
North American model.
It's how many deer in a specific area, how much food, how much cover, how much
Okay.
water. That can sustain a certain amount of deer. So they survey the land.
Sun
and
is the center of the universe. It's a whole different.
We spin around you, Shane. We spin around.
Well, we had a
you.
Model 2 growing up.
Exactly.
If it's
And
brown,
we
it goes down.
Well, if it's brown, it goes down. I think that's universal. But we had a model growing up, because I personally don't like deer hunting. I don't want to sit still. I don't like it. I'm heavy set. I need to eat. I don't like it. Okay.
And I get cold
Yeah,
easily.
exactly. And I also get bored.
Paul's fast-paced buck hunt.
Exactly.
Well, no.
I get
he just said
really
the key.
bored.
If you're
So-
like us, yeah.
So when we went deer hunting, there was a rule. Okay, when there's no fun, you
like
make
the
fun.
Shoot something.
So what? So basically, before it's illegal to even take a shot, you find a tree and you shoot it. Okay.
I'll shoot at
Disclaimer.
dude, I'll shoot at mosquitoes.
Just-
Disclaimer:
just
I
to
have
shoot.
never been a part of these
Just
festivities.
this was like we were like, yeah, we
14.
kids.
Yeah,
You
kids.
find a tree and you shoot it,
Yeah.
just because you want to shoot the gun. I mean, so for me, it's like then you piss off the real deer hunters. You're like, you fucking spooked everything.
Yeah.
But like, dude, that's why I never now. You talk pheasant hunting, now you got my attention.
Yeah.
Because I can go in there. You got a dog.
You can make noise. You can have fun.
They go
You're
crazy.
talking. You're on a line. You're in a line together.
No, you want to take me to like what do they have those like? Like those you go out and they release the pheasants, right?
Yeah.
And shoot them.
Yeah, that's even
You
easier.
want a
I
bird
like
game
it.
hunt?
Do that for deer.
You want
Yes,
to
let 'em
let
release them,
like
not-
6 out in front of me.
Release the deer. I'll light a deer up like
They
crazy.
actually
I
have
don't care.
those. They're called
Yeah.
canned hunts, but
What are they called?
canned hunts.
See, now you have my attention
They
because
call
it's
them
quick,
canned
it's
hunts
easy.
because
We
it's-
do that. We're out in an hour. We're getting something to eat.
But that's not sporting.
I didn't ask for sporting. I just
That's
want to shoot shit.
That's a natural habitat slaughterhouse.
Pretty much. That's exactly what it is. Exactly
You know,
what it
the
is.
birds, I get it. The deer, I wouldn't even like that. But even though I would prefer it because like,
Oh, yeah.
there's deer. Good.
Get 'em.
We'll be out of here in 20 minutes.
See, but like that's why I want to. My next thing is Midwest and try to do an elk because
Ooh.
you have to.
Now, do you mount any of these? Do you like? Because when we were growing up, I know his father, dude. His
that.
father, he had a coyote. He had a bear rug.
Yeah.
We had deer lamps. We had
the
all types.
three-quarter
Of,
mount of the bear he shot.
yeah,
me.
you did exactly.
So if I get like this is my first buck, and even though it's small, I'm gonna European mount it, so the head's in the ground right now. So like,
Ooh, what?
yeah, so like, a European mount is the skull with the rack on it.
Yeah.
Right. So the
Oh,
way,
like no flesh.
no flesh. So
Got
the
it.
way you can do that is you either have to have beetles, right? So you'll take as much meat and whatever off of the skull, and then you'll put the skull in this bin that's filled with these beetles, and
And the
they'll-
beetles will eat the rest of the.
and
flesh.
it'll be whiter than white. The other way of doing it is you put it in a big pot of water and you boil it, which is messy and nasty, and then you still have to get the brains out of the skull.
Yeah.
Or you clean it off as much as possible, and then you bury the skull in the ground and leave it there for a few months and let Mother Nature do it. So that's what I
Huh.
do.
So it's just going to decompose on its own.
Yeah. That way everything goes back.
Now,
And then after that,
do you ever find any like deer grave robbers where they're going in there to dig it up to look for like their
No.
own, so they can
Their own
mount
trophy. They want their own trophy.
not that I know of, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Like if you got a pretty
Come
sweet.
up with this.
Dude, I'm good like that. I just can come up with shit
If you
just
got,
like that.
if you got a pretty,
Wait, Peter, deer,
grave robbers.
deer,
Grave
grave robbers. Okay.
Tonight
there's a
on,
whole population
tonight on
out
Channel
there.
6 News, another deer went missing.
Another,
I don't know what happened. I
carcass
killed it, I
went missing.
buried it. Tomorrow morning, and then everything was dug up.
He's
No, I
labeled a whole nother population.
I guess if you had like a serious like Boone and Crockett rated deer, then maybe some.
Boone and Crockett. What the hell is that?
Yeah, the Boone and Crockett rating based on
Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett.
So
Is
like,
that where it's coming from?
No, based on the rack of the animal, they'll give it a point system.
Okay.
And that point system is called the Boone and Crockett, if I'm not mistaken. They'll rate the deer like, oh, that's a 145 point buck because the rack is wide
good,
and so
yeah,
on,
yeah,
or whatever else.
Oh wow.
But yeah, if it like I showed you the albino buck that I found, right?
Oh, the picture, yeah.
Yeah, I found
And you chose not to shoot that one.
No, I wasn't hunting when I saw him. So now I'm trying to find out where he is
To try and kill him.
because of
Because that would be a cool looking mount.
that would be full mount. I would not
That one's going to be like this just as you walk in your
full
house.
mount. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be full mount.
What's it gonna be?
The Shea pose, the Shea action pose.
Actually, maybe doing this like licking his shoulder. Right? No, you said the other thing.
No, leg up, balls
Like,
out.
now, speaking of the balls, what kind of balls do these deer have? Like, talk to me about it.
I mean, they're big.
Are they like they're really like? Show me like
Listen, most animals.
that
in the
fucking
wilderness-
big.
I mean, that like each one was like about that. Yeah, you could probably fucking the sack is like that.
His next question is, are they hard or soft?
They're mushy.
Now, when you shoot them, do they get an erection like a human? You know,
No.
after that time.
No, the red rocket wasn't showing.
Rocket wasn't showing. So.
But like during the rut season, when all the doe estrus is in the air and they're chasing does, they'll be drooling out of their mouth, pissing, and that thing is fired up.
Just like you, Chris.
Just fired
I
up.
walk around, dude. It must be deer season.
Snotty like,
It must be the rut season. Is that what you said? Rut? Is that what it's called?
Rut.
Rut? Yeah, rut season. All 24 hours in my house. We like the rut season.
Yeah. Wife goes
Perpetual
around waving
rut
the.
It's a perpetual.
You're walking
He
rut.
around
goes
that-
to the Dick's and he gets that spray.
He's walking around the
He's around
house.
the house to
He's like, she's
fucking-
gonna know I was here. Little piss here, little piss here.
Oh, dude, I spray all the time just to let her know.
Oh God, I can't. I cannot.
Does she watch this program?
Yeah, actually, of course she does. Her and her friends at work, definitely. So
can't.
ultimately, this was a good day for you.
Oh, it was a great day. I mean, we.
And then how do you celebrate? You go back and you eat the heart when you wrap it up.
Yeah,
in the-
so we went back to the house. I grabbed a cooler, some ice, so when I broke everything down, I could store it and travel with it.
You actually butchered it yourself.
Yeah, we went back to my cousin's house, strung it up on the quad.
Fucking guineas, we do that.
Yeah, dude, I was.
I'm impressed. Dude, I was more impressed when I was talking to your wife and she told me you know how to cook venison. I didn't know that. I don't know how to do that shit.
Do you know how to cook anything?
I don't know how to cook anything.
Okay.
I can make cereal.
I used to struggle with the coffee in the office.
Dude, well, let me tell you something. That coffee pot is definitely it's got its little,
Oh,
its little
it's the
you know,
utensils.
nuances.
It's the tools.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah.
click on.
Yeah, it requires water.
Exactly.
Well, that's what you got to measure the water. There's a whole big thing to it. It's not that easy. You got to know when you're pouring it in, it doesn't spill.
You're a regular double dose.
So, what are you gonna make out of this thing?
Mostly, I'm gonna probably jerky a lot of it.
I love jerky. You have a jerky machine?
And
Yeah. You're a one-man jerky machine.
Dude, I am not gonna lie. I
He is
like
he is
jerky.
the Jerky Boy 2019.
Dude, when we go to that tournament, there's a
Jerky store.
There's a jerky store. Oh my god,
really,
it's so
they have
good.
like all different wild game and
Yeah, they
stuff.
do.
That's
Yeah, they
so
do. Yeah, they
awesome.
do.
Wild boars, probably
Pennsylvania,
something
man,
like
they got everything. Over
They
there.
got, dude, they don't.
I wish I lived in Pennsylvania. They actually have an elk population now, but only locals are allowed to hunt them.
They have an
those things-
elk population to
Yeah,
where.
in Pennsylvania, where if you're local, you're allowed to hunt
And
them.
dude, let me tell you something. The deer get real big out in
Dude,
Pennsylvania.
forget deer. Have you ever seen an elk? 1,400 pounds? 1,400
What kind of now?
6 foot
you're
rack?
You're shooting that with what?
A bow?
Okay, if you're not
Or a
shooting,
rifle.
what kind of rifle?
30-06.
30-06, yeah.
30-06 at least.
30-06 or probably a 6.5 Creeper.
Maybe a 270, depending on who's shooting it, right? Who's firing that
Yeah,
firearm.
I mean, the reason why
I'd
I
go
want
30-06. That'd be my.
30-06.
it's going to be 30-06, 308, or 6.5
308,
Creedmoor.
yeah.
I like the 6.5 Creedmoor because if I have to take a long shot, it packs more punch after 1,000 yards.
I have a brand new one. I haven't even shot it yet.
What, the 308?
Remington 30-06. Some automatic.
Those are
flat
fun.
shot.
Those are really
Dude,
fun.
we need to do an on-location podcast. I keep saying this. In the woods somewhere, shooting shit.
So, he don't know this, but I'm already convincing Joe to try to convince him so we can all throw down on like a big piece of property somewhere that we can go quad and hunting on. Because that way we also have a spot to put the compound, you know? Like, I'm just going to drip feed this. into
Will
both
Joe
of
hunt?
Yeah, I got 3.
Well, I already
quads.
know you would. I meant, would your brother hunt?
Yeah, he hunted. Why?
I know he hunted. Would he hunt now? is
Why
what
does
I'm
it make
saying.
a difference?
Because we can all fucking have a hunt. Dude, this could be
just
like a
said-
fucking yearly. No. But he didn't mention my name. though. The motherfucker didn't mention my name. He just said, yeah, I want in, and we
Right,
could go.
I'm
Dude, it could be a
starting.
weekend. We can do it every weekend on like a certain time. We go out there with the boys, the
He's
kids.
looking for co-investors.
Your shoulder's really bothering you, huh? 'Cause I can feel you tensing up.
It's fucked up, dude. It hurts. I don't know what. It's not getting any fucking better. It's pissing me off, actually. But in any event, you could feel that?
Yeah.
Damn. In any event, we take all the boys, we go up there, we get drunk, we shoot a lot of shit. Well, I don't want to get hookers, but like, we could get like, just drunk and shoot shit.
Goes before hose.
A,
bro.
I'm not drinking and shooting anything.
No.
That's
Not
the
with
first
you,
thing.
fuck.
So
Just
you can
kidding.
go someplace and do that on your own. Number one.
No, but that could be seriously, that could be a serious.
I'm with it.
As
Fun
Frank
time.
described, quads, hunting,
Quads.
you know,
Buffoonery.
yeah,
All kinds of buffoonery.
and you just
And dude, we bring Fatty Tompkins just for entertainment purposes. And he can just stand up and just start telling stories.
oh god, it would be
great.
entertainment. There's no
It'd be
doubt,
fun.
there's no doubt about that.
Dude, over a fire?
Dude,
yeah.
I'm telling you, there's nothing better than like going on. So we have my cousin got a friend who's got like 50 acres or like 100 acres, something like that they hunt on. So we'll go up there. That's cool because you go out, you walk back empty-handed, he walks back empty-handed, then you see one of your buddies coming back with the deer, and it's just like awesome.
Now, do you stand that deer back up so we can all take shots at it? Like, that's what we used to do when we used to go fishing. If somebody catches it, you throw it back in, and you let somebody else pull it in, just so you get, like, a sensation of catching shit. So we shoot it, we stand it back up with, like, some fucking wood, and then we all shoot at it again. So we all get that sensation.
You said you just want to spoil the meat.
The first one, fuck the meat. We just want to shoot that
He
shit.
just wants holes in animals.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not what it's about. Shit. That's not what it's
Then
about.
I'm going on my own hunting
Shoot
trip
the
then.
fucking tree, bro. I don't know.
You sound like a fucking poacher.
On the next episode of How Not to Hunt.
Exactly.
That's great. You know, this is actually perfect. I'll show ethical versions, like, right? It'll be like the training course. I'll show the ethical ways of hunting, and then we'll go, and let's see how Chris is doing.
And I got a flashlight in the middle of the night.
He's got his truck lit up. Deer
Left like
sitting-
what they usually leave salt out, salt lick, or
Salt
something?
lick and stuff, yeah.
Everything's set up for the deer.
Oh, really? What is it?
Yeah, you can't.
So funny. I had a neighbor. I won't say his name. And when I growing up, and you'll know who it is.
I think I already do. Yeah.
And he was this big fucking hunter.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't find out till years later that that's exactly what he did. So my father told me, he goes,
I remember.
"He's a fucking asshole." My father was, "This guy's a fucking asshole. He's no big hunter."
Yeah.
he puts apples out. He puts salt licks out. He put food out in every different spot.
Yeah, he
he
baits
goes, he baited them all year round. They came to eat. He wasn't hunting.
So what's
you
messed
know?
up too is in
Yeah.
Connecticut,
That's
New York.
fucked up. You shouldn't do that.
In certain states, you're allowed to do it in season. I don't think that's hunting. Then there's certain states you're allowed to bait out of hunting season
Right.
to get them in that area. I don't believe in that either. I prefer.
It is what it is.
Well, I like even with bow hunting, I prefer like the stalk. The opening day, I saw that same buck, and I was in the same spot, and he came down a different way, and I was trying to get closer.
But you didn't have a good shot at it.
Well, I tried crawling in the grass to get closer to him.
Now, how do you have your bow? Is it on your back? Like, or you...
I can strap it in, but otherwise I just hold on to it, and I'm like
Like
you
a
know,
cat.
Damn.
You ever see a grizzly move like a cat?
You ever see a big pile of leaves move like that?
I'm just very reluctant to crawl around during hunting season because I don't want to get fucking shot.
I don't blame you.
You're not about wearing orange, right? Because all
Only
this
during rifle season I wear orange.
When we were kids, we wore orange.
Dude, orange. The whole
whole fucking
head to
outfit
toe
was
was orange.
orange,
Yeah.
Blaze orange. Yeah. I don't do that during
Bright
bow season.
orange, period.
I don't do it during bow. I mean, even though they only see like shades of gray, I think it's easier for them to see it. But like during hunting season, I always have blaze orange.
And now you believe these deer are actually smart. Like, they see you, they're like, oh shit,
I
I'm
don't
gonna get
believe
away.
they're actually smart.
I don't think they are either.
I've witnessed them be smart.
Oh, they're smart.
They're smart as fuck.
Their senses are highly.
Well, I know that they're sensitive, but I like to think that, okay, I see deer.
When's the last time you went like this? Yeah, pause in that direction and taste the
Well,
air.
I can smell this fabric softener. So so you got the wrong guy here, and you got the wrong person.
Just opened it up.
Because I literally can smell him right now. I know his wife's fabric softener. There's been times where I'm like,
I fucked up.
yeah, you did. Yeah, you really did. Because he's like, Chris, that's your gi top. I went, no, it's not. It's yours. He told me, no, it wasn't. And then I get a phone call later that day saying, yeah, you're right, that was my gi. I'm like, I know, I smell it. I can tell.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that,
I told you.
I mean, so
I
fair
wasn't-
enough.
Dude, I can smell him right now.
So look, come out with me. I'll have you taste the air and show me where the deer are.
This shirt might have been his. Now the smell is worn off because I've washed it since, but yeah.
You should leave the musk on. That way, maybe there'll be more
What do you mean that
traction.
shirt might have been his?
All the
Because
shirts.
I get, dude, when he starts to grow, I love when
Well,
he
you
grows.
should have
He
it.
starts
You
to
should
grow.
have
When
it.
he, when he,
Grows
when
out.
he, you know what I'm saying? He likes to fluctuate. Some days when he goes to, I want to be lighter phase. I'm like,
should have a
that
mat-
just sucks for me. But then he's like, okay, I'm getting big. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get all these fucking t-shirts. I'll get some shorts. Because then he starts getting fucking bigger and the shit don't fit him. So he's like,
You should have a Mad Chat shirt of the week, right? This is the new
I got,
shirt. This is last
dude,
week's shirt.
All joking aside, I've got maybe 4 of his shirts in my car right now. I'm not even messing around.
they're really
As
nice-
God is my witness, I got 4 shirts of his.
They're
They're
not
really
mine
nice
anymore, though. When
hand-me-downs.
you give them,
Dude,
you
dude,
give them
what are you
away.
kidding me? He wears good shit. Of course they're nice hand-me-downs. I wish he did car hand-me-downs.
I have to concur. I wish he did.
What are you kidding me?
I can't.
Dude, I get a whole, dude, he'll bring me in a garbage bag of stuff, and I'm like, holy smokes. And whatever I can't use, I give to the boys.
We just get a lot. We get a lot of. A lot of T-shirts, obviously, because of what's going on. So
He's got his whole new collection of t-shirts, which he has not yet given me one of, and I can't wait for them to either start to get a little warm.
That's what he does. He wears it once and then he frees it.
Yeah, that's it.
Sets it free.
Yeah, you got
I
to
bless this shirt with my essence. Free. Go free.
So,
Find me around the world. Guys.
with that, guys, in the essence of, in the spirit of freedom, we're gonna wrap it up. Matt Chat Podcast. Paul Ciotto, Frank Ciotto, Christopher Shea, the Hellboy, the Red Man, a.k.a. Peter Oberk. Frank, take it away.
now they know who I am.
Guys, don't forget, like us, subscribe on YouTube, check us out on IG. We appreciate all the support. Thank you guys for watching.